Jai Gopi Jana Vallabha Jai Kiri Varadari Yasoda Nandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Jamuna
That's a mantra from the Kirtan, Lancashire Kirtan Society. Maybe I should swear, yeah. I'm gonna swear. So, if you give a fuck, then you give a love, because fuck means love. Those that tread on shoeless toes and make no bones about their bread, that sandwich the sentient dead, go fuck yourself. Those that establish fish deserve nothing but chips, to be led on a dish before salivating lips, go fuck yourself. Those that think animals are a problem that needs eating, go fuck yourself. Those that utilize McDonald's as a surprise treat for your children, go fuck yourself. Those that are marketing a slice of industrialized, pain-ridden, body-tortured, mind-raped cow flesh and naming it a Happy Meal, go fuck yourself. Those that believe a fight using a knife and a fork against a dead life that once could walk and talk is not only thoughtful but righteous, civilized, and above all symbolic of mankind's divine intellect, nobility, and core inner genius, go fuck yourself. Those that see waking up as the end of the dream, go fuck yourself. By fuck yourself, we mean look at yourself and love yourself. A fuck is a love tap. Turn it on, tap into it, and let love flow. Thank you. For the purpose purpose of resonating with love, we, the Beautiful Planet, invite everyone to gather and listen. We have brought music and art and poetry and the community for us all to breathe, but we are ultimately doing this for ourselves as individuals. There has only ever been one time, and that is now, and for the now we unveil our existence in the form of life. This is the speck of a wound I am wrapped to one's gnosis. You have notated me the harmonic key, as procreated in you the sublime truth. These are not strands of man, and we owe nothing to the word. If vibrating particles want to act a little startled, they can. But what if vision can only be heard? I am no longer the leader. I am no longer needed. I am no longer breathing. I am no longer here. I am no longer together. I am no longer now. I am no longer determined. I am no longer angry. I am no longer I am. Verily am I no longer the leader. Can I? I can hear the weeds grow. I can fear the seeds though. Until then, beneath the pulse, nothing false or just, because I am no longer I am, and verily am I no longer the leader. Show me frequency, free me, quench me, see me, show me frequency, monopoly. This is not disgrace, the face says it all. Melting is made of felt, the fabric. Have you felt the fabric today? Have you ever changed the channel? This is not dissonant. Goodness gracious, such a brave specimen indeed. Mandelbrot forgot to rock the cot. Candle hotlet droplet drip. Ripple handle flutter. Allow her the power of third end. Transfer send remote be. Deburdened are we whom eat for free. Barrowless and baffled by tarot. Untoil spent upon many soil yet sent. While the treacle sun is wombing and glowing, we already know what dimension came when. Recall upon many whom wave unwoven, and then bask in all of your servitude, to never not be in a state of prayer, mantra, ritual, meditation, spectrum, frequency, knowledge and love. I am in a realm and it hurts. The sand has made a move at me. The sand is different now than before. The sand is, has and was, but can no more. No more sand until it is done, until we know sand. We shall visit the place where the rocks grow on trees, where the sand fell from rocks and where trees grow from sand. There we will understand this nature of God, the God of photosynthesis, the God of blinking, the God of alternating current, the God of white blood cells, the God of lactation, the goddess of democracy, the goddess of ectoplasm, the goddess of coagulation, the goddess of quantum physics, the goddess of beats per second. Oh, she is shy, and he is a shy boy, and Obama is a wizard. The dead shepherd buried the gate in Mandala, apart from 2 twigs tied together with parlour. Entertainment was off the cards, dependent on whether or not the guests could be vesseled and harboured. The deadest of shepherds are known for their calmness. We are upon. This is my apron, and these are my strands. Here on the grain we are servants to sands. There on the kinetic lay rhetoric creed. Weapon, it is as if the egregious has formed a new species. Agreed that we all aren't as tall as our feces. We cannot combine our love for divine below and above if we cannot allow alone bellow. I am not worthy, I am love. I ate a feather for supper and stood. Now I digest the morphic flutter of blood. Turbulent vanish, melancholy. Fumbled all the makings of a mouth we are humble enough to know. Broncholy doesn't borrow, and without declaring war we stare at the corporals whore and swallow. Oh, deep the pride that seeped between your fetal paws. But enough of this. Can denounce the abyss as if by magic my eyes are not mine. I am perceiving the void with numerical refractions and polarity. We went boldly close, the fruit of absolutism blooming a dry dance. The truth is Confucist when grooming a finance. Reading has never before had feeling until now. On the very ground of breeding, as visions and sound are subject to imprisonment, one can't help but wonder, is it a decimal point, a dimension or a decision? Is it a pond, a ripple and a drip, a drop on action? Is it an equal and opposite reaction? Is transaction complete? The mantra of discretion in equal and opposite succession? Is it a frequency? What should the sequence be? Is it a head or hair or with a crown or a crop circle of phenomena where virgin crops have emerged and laid down? Gamma brain wave, sent gamma brain the brain wave, I pray unto thee. Send me Saint Beta and black chakra tea. I shall house you in wonders, arouse you with numbers, confuse you with purpose, betray you with surface. Gamma, come through you. Gamma, come through me. Gamma, you imagine you gamma. Love is a word that we use to define this. Number cannot equate the abyss. Life is yours to have and to hold. Death cannot be experienced old. I will follow my womb to the resonant tomb where my resident eyes shall repent the divine demise of liberal consent from the federal hammer. The flat line has a stammer, ever fed a real mouth, ever fed a real mind. Forever dead, a deal south, feather bled, a meal dined. If I am alignment, then who is divide? Between you and I we anoint the unkissed. Between decimal and death a point was missed. Such pretense will know, no beginning can parlour. The pencil and compass live within the mandala. You cannot entertain these guests round and unending, depending on whether you can't or you can, is entirely the sending of mind into pan, transcending the designed. You cannot combat the combined. Do not declare war on yourself anymore. Everything you have done is love, and for this you shall progress forward and know the abyss. Be headed towards death or beheaded. 2 words, death, death. The portal will one day be known. As a child in a doorway will one day be home. As a seed in a soil will one day read with a coil. Have we regressed or grown? Or are we merely a beautiful drone? Carnival, Cernaville, I am never alone. Long enough to tally my life. Everyone here is totally and entirely dependent on making totally sure that they are never alone. And it is killing to know and curling my rhythms, trying to keep up with all the non-lonely isms. No one wants to be alone. We all need each other. To know we are not lonely, I cannot penetrate my own mantra with all of this mess and entanglement. I want meditation and vibration and frequency to elope frequently so that I may feel lonely again. It is a place I can breathe. It is not freedom. Rather, it is silent imprisonment where I have the pleasure of eating silence. For the lonelier I am, the greater projection of gamma divine song am I welcome to know. I am no longer learning in the non-lonely state. Rather, I am clinging to what we consider happiness. I am no smaller than stone that was rocked before rolling away. I want to be the catalyst of truth for purposes that are more organic than life itself. So where will I turn to not have explained my pattern? Whether I am in a dungeon or the garden of Gnostics, I am challenged and attacked for my pursuit of loneliness. I am making a classic fool of myself, trying not to hurt feelings. I cannot live here anymore. I was rescued here, but I was squandered too. I am not allowed a gun or a piano, and my mantra is too hot to handle. I feel I may just die having discovered no thing except how to not be alone. I am very nearly never naked, but I am trained in the art of translucency. These walls have expanded beyond truth into a murky non-catalyst. Alone, all one and the same. If I visit Chipping, there is no Preston. When I return from Chipping, there is Preston. When I analyse the weather report, it is raining in Zimbabwe. On paper we are one, in life we are two. Thank you. I'll just read one more and then do the mantra and then we'll move on. I picked this apple today from a tree that was just found, you know. Picked it off. What a moment. I loved it. I'll share that with you all if you want in a bit. So, the pathogens have spread. This may rhyme a little. Abattoirs and their profits, it seems like no mind can stop it. So I'll just rot inside this office like a vegan temp. And the reason it's illegal to breed the seeds of hemp is because you'd never need to ask for your freedom again. And I ain't merely referring to a sacred reef or strain. I'm leafing on clothes. I'm speaking of homes designed to breathe with life from a seed that's ripe to becoming the core strength for a culture's rights to be written down thrice. To clarify that the parchment harmonizes with the soul that decided to take a conscious civilization's advice and make it right. From bloodied hands to paddies of rice, do we think pain tastes nice? Sentimental rain, better think dice. Instead of smothering it in spices and informing me that nourishment flourishes in corned beef, whether tinned or trimmed or petrified, to me you're just a horn thief, like me, and both of us were born of hatred. These gates were tapered with a rich tapestry of agriculture. I don't mean to make you mad or insult you, but that sentient creature is as equally as a part of the simulacra as you are. It's no wonder so many of us confuse the facts for fables, sitting in the dark, eating dead baby angels, telling ourselves it's natural and not painful, hunting in the freezer before our ancestors tease you, because they're riddled with the disease that animals grow on trees, yeah? No, they don't, bruv, and neither does love. It's in here. This is where we first felt fear, and that is why your cattle was reared. But in the name of blessing that which was feared, the cycle must go on. In the first place, there was a nurse faced with the decision to resonate hurts, based on the principle that every vein would contain the key strain, the key receptor of any strain, cultivated to reduce anxiety in the brain, level out the plane, grow in any terrain. Listen, marijuana is not a herb, my friend. It is a scented cane. Listen, sentients are not your slaves, my friend. If they were, they wouldn't feel pain. Listen, and from the bottom of your heart, don't be defensive, because this shit is relentless. Human beings being locked up for cultivating their own purpose, whilst men rule the earth and sell you cruelty burgers at their circus, for behaving and remaining surplus to your artificial surface. Yet unlike the cannabis sativa L plant, your legs are your roots, your wings are your mind, and your choices are your fruits. Now pick up that watering can and pour it over your head. And scream, fuck this shit, man! I may as well be dead! If I can't sit at the table and share a slice of peace bread with all of the creatures and all of the features of power that humanity seemingly drafted in 1 hour and hasn't changed much since, well, let it begin, Prince of Peace, or should I say, piece of mince, and together we'll give this seed a good rinse.
Jai Kunya Bihari, Jai Gopi Jana Vallabha, Jai Kirivaradari, Jasoda Nandana Vraja Jana Ranjana, Jamuna Tiravana Kaya Kunya Bihari, Jaya Radha Radha Jai Kunya Bihari, Jai Gopi Jana Vallabha, Jai Kirivaradari, Jasoda Nandana Vraja Jana Ranjana, Jamuna Ziyavana Kaya Kunya Bihari, Jaya Rama Rama, Jai Kunya Bihari, Jamuna Siravana Kaya Kunya Vihari Jaya Ramarava Jai Kunya Vihari Jai Gopi Jana Vallabha Jai Kirivaradari Yasoda Nandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Jamuna